Nicole Kidman entered the Dolly Cover Girl contest.
Well, you gave her first cover.
Her first magazine cover in July 1983. And management was so nervous that I was putting this girl on the cover with red corkscrew curled hair and freckles, and she wasn't smiling. And I was meant to run the cover past management. But that one I didn't, because I thought these old blokes would just not understand. I finally showed it to the boss, and he looked at it, and there was a couple of seconds silence, and he said, "She's not smiling." And I said, "I know, isn't she beautiful?" And he said, "She's got red hair." And I said, "Isn't that fantastic? We've never had a red-haired girl on the cover." So when the circulation figures came in, and it was a total sellout because girls were just ready for that change, I won't say I told you so, but I certainly, my face said I told you so.
But I told you so.
Yeah. For me, it was always about the work and working with a team and the journalism and the reader feedback, the interaction, and just knowing that you're creating a product that somebody is being informed, entertained, getting a laugh, feeling supported by. That was the joy of it.
It's such a privilege. You've sat across prime ministers. You've sat across extraordinary people. The privilege of hearing someone's story and being able to share it.
Because you're a conduit.
Yeah.
That is all you are. And that's the perspective you have to have in these sorts of jobs, that you are what connects that person's story to a much larger audience that deserves to hear that this story exists. We were sitting in Brisbane Airport, and it was about 9:30, and I got a call from the executive producer saying, "You've got Clive Palmer tomorrow morning." I'd never interviewed Clive Palmer before, but it was that phase of he was doing very questionable stuff about paying out mining employees who hadn't got their super, and he was also famously walking out on every interview he was doing. I just thought, okay, I've got to understand the way this guy works. I've got to see how his mind works, what the tipping points are. And I literally, there was no internet on the plane at that time. So I landed in Sydney and I stayed up all night and I watched every interview I could find, got all of the information on his business dealings that needed to be thoroughly investigated. It's one of my favourite interviews.
I need to go and watch this interview.
Well, at the time he was known for falling asleep in Parliament, and I pointed that out to him. He was not happy.